Are you hungry? Because if so, you're in the wrong place, because today you have to be thirsty, because we're making Swedish Glögg.
Give me something good.
Hi, and welcome to another episode of Görgött. As you heard, we're making glögg. Pretty much the same as Glühwein or mulled wine. Obviously regional varieties, family varieties. It's basically a fortified, spiced wine. I think the Scandinavians tend to have a bit more alcohol in it than the Germans, Austrians or the Brits. But yeah, I'll show you how we make it in our family. But before we have a look at the board here, at the ingredients that we need, if you're not a subscriber to the channel yet, please do me a huge favor and hit that subscribe button, as well as checking the bell icon. Like that you get a notification every Tuesday when a new episode is out. Now this is really simple. I don't know why so many Swedes buy it, because the bought one is, in my taste, just too sweet. This has a little bit less sugar and works really well, I think. So we need sugar, 170 grams per bottle of red wine. We need some alcohol. Now I prefer rum, but you can use any type of hard liquor. Vodka, some aquavit, you could use whiskey, you could use cognac. Take whatever you like or whatever you have in your liquor cabinet, but I prefer rum. And for the spices, we need an orange, we need 2 star anise, we need 6 cloves, 2 cinnamon sticks, 1 vanilla pod, as well as some ginger. And we're first going to prepare, well, the only thing we need to prepare is the ginger, the cinnamon stick and the orange. But we'll do that and then we'll get cooking. So let's start with the vanilla pod. This is really straightforward. You just split it down the middle. And then just put it in your pot. You can split it open like that. Now for the ginger, we'll cut off the end so we get some fresh ginger. And then this is what, depending a bit on what you like, but I would put in like 4 slices like this. Now for the lemon, I want a bit of peel. I'll take maybe 3 like this. Put that in as well. And then we'll just juice the rest of the lemon out. Now if you have strong hands, you can just squeeze it. If not, just use a juicer. Don't worry about the pips or the stones. We're gonna strain this once we're done. So you could potentially just put in the whole lemon, but it gets a bit messy then, because we're going to caramelize the sugar now. So that's about it for the preparations. I'll set up the hot plate here and then we can start making our glögg. As always, I couldn't remember which pot worked with the induction plate, so I had to switch pots. Our 2 cinnamon sticks goes in, our 2 star anise and our 6 cloves, and our sugar. Now we'll turn it up a bit. We want this to caramelize. Basically make a spiced caramel out of it with some orange juice. That will take a couple of minutes. It needs to have that golden brown color. It's already smelling amazing. And now you can see the color is starting to change. Now it will go quickly, so be prepared with your alcohol, in my case with your rum. We need 150 milliliters. You can turn it down a little bit more. Want a little bit more color on it. Now always be careful with sugar, because it's obviously, if you get it on your skin, it will stick there and it will give you bad burns. Now we can turn this off for this part. We pour in the the rum, and I will light this on fire. And all we're doing is basically burning off the alcohol. I just wait until the flames go out. But move it a bit so that the sugar also dissolves. Now we can turn it on again because we want all the sugar to dissolve. So you're not after the alcohol in the rum, but once we add the wine, it should not cook anymore because we want the alcohol of the wine. So making sure that all our sugar is dissolved. And now we can add the wine. A whole bottle. I'm using a Ripassa. I think that works really well. Doesn't have to be an expensive bottle of wine. Better not, actually. This Ripassa, I think, was probably 20 Swiss francs, something like that. And now as soon as you see kind of small bubbles, that's when you turn down the heat. You want to warm it through. You want to make sure that all the sugar is kind of dissolved from the bottom, which it is. So it's better to do that before you add the wine. And now this is basically our glögg. Give it a quick taste. Oh, I love this. It's so Christmassy. Now we'll turn this off. Now either you can drink it straight away, it has quite a nice taste, or has an amazing taste. But if you want it more intense, you can leave it for a couple of hours with the aromatics in it. But I'm going to strain it now, and we're going to drink it pretty quickly. We'll just strain it into another pan. Like that you can keep it warm on the stove. We want all of the goodness out there. And now all we have to do is to pour it into a mug. Normally in Sweden you would have this with raisins and almonds. I'm not a big fan of that, so I'm just going to have it pure. And we have a typical Swedish glögg mug. They also come in glass variations. But it tends to always be smaller versions of mugs. I will dry this off and then we're ready to drink. Now this is the perfect drink for cold December evenings at home. Have a look outside at the Christmas lights and sip some glögg. And homemade is so much better than bought. Now you can play around with the aromatics yourself. Some don't put vanilla in, some do, some don't put star anise in, some do. But this is the way I prefer to drink it. And it just warms you up from the inside. It's so nice. Now, it's a very short episode this time, but I thought I wanted to share glögg with you because it's such a typical Swedish thing. Especially now in December before Christmas. Normally we always start Christmas Eve with glögg. It's like the aperitif of Christmas for us. If you have any questions about the recipe, leave them in the comments below as always. And don't forget, if you're not a subscriber to the channel yet, hit the subscribe, check the bell icon, and hit that thumbs up button. I forgot to say that earlier, but yeah, you know the drill. That's it for today. Take care. Bye-bye.